We went to visit our grandparents during the summer vacation. We went to visit our grandparents during the summer vacation. They become more interested in politics. They become more interested in politics. I'll meet you at the library. I'll meet you at the library. I will do my homework tonight. I will do my homework tonight. Don't I shoot every week? Don't I shoot every week? He also likes to do sports. He also likes to do sports. Can they be night watchmen at noon? Can they be night watchmen at noon? Did you go to school? Did you go to school? He's been studying for his math test all night. He's been studying for his math test all night. Should not disturb. Should not disturb. I love going to the beach. I love going to the beach. He's tired too. I'm tired too. He's tired too. I'm tired too. I don't have enough patience to deal with this situation. I don't have enough patience to deal with this situation. In 5 years I will be living in New York. In 5 years I will be living in New York. Both parties must be willing to work together. Both parties must be willing to work together. Can you help me with this math problem? Can you help me with this math problem? I was a sailor for years. I was a sailor for years. Did he juggle 5 months ago? Did he juggle 5 months ago? Sorry, I'm trying to clear my head. Sorry, I'm trying to clear my head. He would not be fed next year. He would not be fed next year. Weren't you the manager right away? Weren't you the manager right away? Inseparable at sunset. Inseparable at sunset. I found my keys. I found my keys. As previously stated. As previously stated. I don't think he likes me very much. I don't think he likes me very much. Then we will play football in the park. Then we will play football in the park. The dog barks loudly. The dog barks loudly. I need a break and rest for a while. I need a break and rest for a while. Which day? Which day? Be good. Be good. We help them move. We help them move. Can they judge? Can they judge? The agreement was signed by both parties. The agreement was signed by both parties. She won't put on the dress until you iron it. She won't put on the dress until you iron it. Could you pass me a pen, please? Could you pass me a pen, please? Why they shouldn't. Why they shouldn't. Can't I judge often? Can't I judge often? Of course, I can help you with this. Of course, I can help you with this. Technology excellence. Technology excellence. Is it made of leather? Is it made of leather? Aren't you cream in 2 minutes? Aren't you cream in 2 minutes? That man is too tall. That man is too tall. Please stay here with me. Please stay here with me. I want you to go home. I want you to go home. In 5 years I will start my own business. In 5 years I will start my own business. Can you come to the party tomorrow? Can you come to the party tomorrow? Are you playing a musical instrument? Are you playing a musical instrument? Let me know if you want to try something new. Let me know if you want to try something new. 3 afternoons can you make a developer? 3 afternoons can you make a developer? There will be new flights to the airport. There will be new flights to the airport. I will be staying in a hotel next week. I will be staying in a hotel next week. May I know your name, please? May I know your name, please? I have to think while you're here. I have to think while you're here. May post 2 a.m. later. May post 2 a.m. later. Am I going to school? Am I going to school? Can it be diversified at noon? Can it be diversified at noon? Should he reply once a month? Should he reply once a month? We should also consider other options before making a final decision. We should also consider other options before making a final decision. I don't notice anything unusual. I don't notice anything unusual. My grandmother is an electrician. My grandmother is an electrician. They can injure after a century. They can injure after a century. Usually not an electrician. Usually not an electrician. They couldn't decide where to go for vacation. They couldn't decide where to go for vacation. Do you have any fresh vegetables? Do you have any fresh vegetables? It rains a lot in this city. It rains a lot in this city. Doesn't work after 3 a.m. Doesn't work after 3 a.m. Don't we have to send it after 5 days? Don't we have to send it after 5 days? Vaccine. Vaccine. Is your son a bishop? Is your son a bishop? Supposedly, a new restaurant is opening in town next month. Supposedly, a new restaurant is opening in town next month. Can't we ask at night? Can't we ask at night? Could you send me the minutes of the last meeting? Could you send me the minutes of the last meeting? They answer. They answer. Our aunt was a real estate agent. Our aunt was a real estate agent. Why did you tell me? Why did you tell me? Her eyes are brown. Her eyes are brown. I found myself lost in thought. I found myself lost in thought. Let's collect employee feedback before making any changes. Let's collect employee feedback before making any changes. You can do it at night. You can do it at night. I will come with you. I will come with you. Can I use my smartwatch for contactless payment? Can I use my smartwatch for contactless payment? I need to buy a new makeup. I need to buy a new makeup. He seems confident in his abilities. He seems confident in his abilities. I guess I didn't have much time because I was busy. I guess I didn't have much time because I was busy. If you want to pass, you'd better study for the exam. If you want to pass, you'd better study for the exam. It changes seasonally to keep our menu fresh. It changes seasonally to keep our menu fresh. They work efficiently. They work efficiently. Bought a new laptop to work more efficiently. Bought a new laptop to work more efficiently. Can you manage 2 weeks? Can you manage 2 weeks? I was going to the market. I was going to the market. Does he sleep earlier? Does he sleep earlier? In 9 months we will have a baby. In 9 months we will have a baby. We should have practiced the dance routine more. We should have practiced the dance routine more. Shrimps. Shrimps. I nanny next year. I nanny next year. Watched a documentary on Netflix. Watched a documentary on Netflix. Features can be scary. Features can be scary. If he's late, we'll start without him. If he's late, we'll start without him. Technology excellence. Technology excellence. Can it move monthly? Can it move monthly? It takes 10 years to eat. It takes 10 years to eat. If possible at 21 in the morning. If possible at 21 in the morning. Was Mr. Tandy a teacher last week? Was Mr. Tandy a teacher last week? Can't you be a weekly urologist? Can't you be a weekly urologist? We must put safety above all else. We must put safety above all else. The museum is close to the city center. The museum is close to the city center. Do you often give private lessons? Do you often give private lessons? I do not know what to say. I do not know what to say. Shouldn't he win soon? Shouldn't he win soon? The bakery is at the end of the street. The bakery is at the end of the street. He usually arrives late to meetings. He usually arrives late to meetings. He's going to buy his sister a birthday present. He's going to buy his sister a birthday present. Sorry for being late. Sorry for being late. They attended a cooking workshop to learn new recipes. They attended a cooking workshop to learn new recipes. Not even near. Not even near. Actually, I'm in prep class right now. Actually, I'm in prep class right now. Let's examine a few solutions. Let's examine a few solutions. If you come to school, we'll have dinner together. If you come to school, we'll have dinner together. Wouldn't he climb every day? Wouldn't he climb every day? We didn't talk to each other like that. We didn't talk to each other like that. I have never had such delicious food before that restaurant. I have never had such delicious food before that restaurant. May not cause. May not cause. I go to school by bus every day. I go to school by bus every day. We were able to become governor 4 centuries ago. We were able to become governor 4 centuries ago. After we finish our meal, let's go for a walk. After we finish our meal, let's go for a walk. Sometimes incomparable. Sometimes incomparable. Was Mr. Tandy a teacher last week? Was Mr. Tandy a teacher last week? Was our stepdaughter a coach? Was our stepdaughter a coach? Can arrest. Can arrest. Where do you go when you are sick? Where do you go when you are sick? Doesn't it work after 5 years? Doesn't it work after 5 years? I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. They want to learn to play the piano. They want to learn to play the piano. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. This dress is affordable. This dress is affordable. He is my neighbor. He is my neighbor. We were disembarked every day. We were disembarked every day. I can finish in 2 weeks. I can finish in 2 weeks. I do not know what to say. I do not know what to say. He invested all his money in stocks and lost everything as a result. He invested all his money in stocks and lost everything as a result. Let me know. Let me know. How much water do you drink per day? How much water do you drink per day? Can we have pizza for dinner? Can we have pizza for dinner? Can you help me with this project? Can you help me with this project? We are waiting for a reply from the A team regarding the solution of the problem. We are waiting for a reply from the A team regarding the solution of the problem. My family bought a house in 2005. My family bought a house in 2005. Don't forget to lock the door when leaving. Don't forget to lock the door when leaving. We'll meet in the park, right? We'll meet in the park, right? He needs to be prepared for his presentation tomorrow. He needs to be prepared for his presentation tomorrow. Could you tell us about the student clubs and organizations on campus? Could you tell us about the student clubs and organizations on campus? I can learn by myself. I can learn by myself. I participated in a photography competition to showcase my work. I participated in a photography competition to showcase my work. They go to the museum on Sunday. They go to the museum on Sunday. I have a dog. I have a dog. They don't care. They don't care. He was the brother's songwriter. He was the brother's songwriter. They wear matching clothes on special occasions. They wear matching clothes on special occasions. I will be in bed at 10 p.m. I will be in bed at 10 p.m. Could they make cream soon? Could they make cream soon? He must be a frequent pilot. He must be a frequent pilot. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. I saw a shooting star at night. I saw a shooting star at night. Why don't I show you how to do this properly? Why don't I show you how to do this properly? Weekly decided? Weekly decided? I will go to the shop tomorrow. I will go to the shop tomorrow. How many apples do you buy from the market? How many apples do you buy from the market? You change immediately. You change immediately. She bought a new dress for the party. She bought a new dress for the party. We're going to the zoo tomorrow. We're going to the zoo tomorrow. They do sports with their friends on the weekends. They do sports with their friends on the weekends. I attended a workshop to learn about financial planning. I attended a workshop to learn about financial planning. I may be missing. I may be missing. I can promise at dawn. I can promise at dawn. Shouldn't he be a dermatologist every day? Shouldn't he be a dermatologist every day? Insists. Insists. The party was organized by my friends. The party was organized by my friends. Was your grandfather the CEO? Was your grandfather the CEO? They received a surprise gift while celebrating their anniversary. They received a surprise gift while celebrating their anniversary. I just learned to drive. I have to be careful in traffic. I just learned to drive. I have to be careful in traffic. She wants to learn to paint. She wants to learn to paint. The room lacks proper ventilation. The room lacks proper ventilation. Do you need any special help? Do you need any special help? Could you please turn off the lights on your way out? Could you please turn off the lights on your way out? Should they be piloting next year? Should they be piloting next year? Technology excellence. Technology excellence. May I have your luggage tag, please? May I have your luggage tag, please? The glass is on the table. The glass is on the table. Hides. Hides. Now we have it. Now we have it. I'm a normal person and I like to keep things organized. I'm a normal person and I like to keep things organized. I'll pay $10 as punishment. I'll pay $10 as punishment. Should it be basic? Should it be basic? Best for your new role. Best for your new role. Do you sell fresh poultry? Do you sell fresh poultry? When can I meet him? When can I meet him? They had already finished their dessert before I got to the restaurant. They had already finished their dessert before I got to the restaurant. I'm in the room at the end of the stairs. I'm in the room at the end of the stairs. Consistency in sleep habits leads to better rest. Consistency in sleep habits leads to better rest. Will you be able to attend the wedding next month? Will you be able to attend the wedding next month? The train arrived late this morning. The train arrived late this morning. Concluded. Concluded. Can you get me a glass of water? On the kitchen counter. Can you get me a glass of water? On the kitchen counter. We won't be babysitters every week. We won't be babysitters every week. They visited a famous monument. They visited a famous monument. Where can I find infant formula? Where can I find infant formula? They argued over the little things, so they decided to seek couples therapy. They argued over the little things, so they decided to seek couples therapy. I need to buy a new battery for my car. I need to buy a new battery for my car. They should not carry. They should not carry. He is playing the piano. He is playing the piano. Should invite. Should invite. Small shops. Small shops. Why did you buy that book? Because it was recommended by a friend. Why did you buy that book? Because it was recommended by a friend. He had finished his work before the meeting began. He had finished his work before the meeting began. Someone help me. Someone help me. Then you'll clean up at 4 in the morning. Then you'll clean up at 4 in the morning. I'm going to the south side of town. I'm going to the south side of town. There may not be a lifeguard at dawn. There may not be a lifeguard at dawn. No one will miss you. No one will miss you. I'm not sure what you want to say. I'm not sure what you want to say. If you experience any severe pain, call me immediately. If you experience any severe pain, call me immediately. He will start a new job in 2 weeks. He will start a new job in 2 weeks. Early. Early. International cooperation is essential to tackling global challenges. International cooperation is essential to tackling global challenges. We'll convince you in 4 seconds. We'll convince you in 4 seconds. At the end of the month, I will have paid off all my debts. At the end of the month, I will have paid off all my debts. Where can I find pasta sauces? Where can I find pasta sauces? Therapist at sunrise? Therapist at sunrise? I don't have any clean socks in my drawer. I don't have any clean socks in my drawer. While it can be time-consuming, it is important to do it the right way. While it can be time-consuming, it is important to do it the right way. He reads a book before going to bed. He reads a book before going to bed. Yesterday was a yellow day. Yesterday was a yellow day. Your stepmother was cleaner. Your stepmother was cleaner. He was watering his plants in the garden. He was watering his plants in the garden. They gratefully accepted the gift. They gratefully accepted the gift. They had their cars done in detail at the car wash. They had their cars done in detail at the car wash. It could be a great opportunity for you. It could be a great opportunity for you. The train arrived at midnight. The train arrived at midnight. Is this your pen? Is this your pen? The dog barks loudly. The dog barks loudly. He doesn't design a car right away. He doesn't design a car right away. They visited the zoo last month. They visited the zoo last month. He won't go to bed until the episode is over. He won't go to bed until the episode is over. Was our grandmother a window cleaner? Was our grandmother a window cleaner? Was to leave. Was to leave. He loves playing basketball. He loves playing basketball. I don't think knowledge is necessarily the best solution. I don't think knowledge is necessarily the best solution. Party fun. Party fun. We could see a shooting star in the night sky. We could see a shooting star in the night sky. The laptop is new. The laptop is new. He was retiring every week. He was retiring every week. I had completed my education before joining the company. I had completed my education before joining the company. Does it show up every year? Does it show up every year? Her mother-in-law is a hydrologist. Her mother-in-law is a hydrologist. The plane took off from the runway. The plane took off from the runway. If he had saved money, he could have bought a car. If he had saved money, he could have bought a car. He had worked for that company for 5 years before he left. He had worked for that company for 5 years before he left. Good job. Good job. You change immediately. You change immediately. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. The pink dress suits you better than the yellow one. The pink dress suits you better than the yellow one. Birds sing in the trees. Birds sing in the trees. The yellow butterfly is more beautiful than the white one. The yellow butterfly is more beautiful than the white one. I have to diversify. I have to diversify. I shouldn't eat sweets just because I'm on a diet. I shouldn't eat sweets just because I'm on a diet. Will it be an artist? Will it be an artist? We should have talked about this in more detail. We should have talked about this in more detail. Your relatives are entrepreneurs. Your relatives are entrepreneurs. I have some news. I have some news. I will travel to Europe next month. I will travel to Europe next month. Do I have a contract every week? Do I have a contract every week? You couldn't be an illustrator for a week before. You couldn't be an illustrator for a week before. Everything will be very nice. Everything will be very nice. The waiter is serving the customers. The waiter is serving the customers. They trained their dogs by a professional dog trainer. They trained their dogs by a professional dog trainer. I don't notice anything strange. I don't notice anything strange. These shoes are my favorite pair. These shoes are my favorite pair. I do not have the necessary skills. I do not have the necessary skills. Your grandson is a consultant. Your grandson is a consultant. Where does she lives? Where does she lives? He should arrive at the airport on time. He should arrive at the airport on time. I have to be an admin right away. I have to be an admin right away. The house was decorated for the party. The house was decorated for the party. By other name. By other name. Does it fix it right away? Does it fix it right away? He was a sailor at dusk. He was a sailor at dusk. Don't think right away. Don't think right away. I listen to music on the way to work. I listen to music on the way to work. Was our stepdaughter a coach? Was our stepdaughter a coach? Let's analyze the data to see where we can improve. Let's analyze the data to see where we can improve. There are many words that I don't understand. There are many words that I don't understand. He played the guitar for a long time. He played the guitar for a long time. If they don't go now, they'll be late. If they don't go now, they'll be late. Am I hopeful in the afternoon? Am I hopeful in the afternoon? The sun rises from the east. The sun rises from the east. Are you going to the airport soon? Are you going to the airport soon? The company is improving its customer service. The company is improving its customer service. Can you use it for 2 weeks? Can you use it for 2 weeks? May not have specified before. may not have specified before. They were listening to the radio and getting up. They were listening to the radio and getting up. They rarely think. They rarely think. They can make daily groceries. They can make daily groceries. Can't I survive the night? Can't I survive the night? She teaches yoga. She teaches yoga. The house is out of the reach of mortals. The house is out of the reach of mortals. Wouldn't he hate? Wouldn't he hate? Is there a fragrance counter in the store? Is there a fragrance counter in the store? He likes to listen to music while cooking. He likes to listen to music while cooking. Is your cousin a scientist? Is your cousin a scientist? Let me know if you want me to order for you. Let me know if you want me to order for you. His father is an illusionist. His father is an illusionist. We just arrived at the beach. We just arrived at the beach. To practice. To practice. She hopes to travel the world one day. She hopes to travel the world one day. Fill out this form. Fill out this form. Is she cooking at night? Is she cooking at night? They need to finish their homework before watching TV. They need to finish their homework before watching TV. Appreciate. Appreciate. Where can I find spices and seasonings? Where can I find spices and seasonings? Can't he be a politician in 1 second? Can't he be a politician in 1 second? The problem was caused by a software glitch. The problem was caused by a software glitch. We should have taken a different path. We should have taken a different path. The victim was usually a young girl. The victim was usually a young girl. They cleaned the house all day. They cleaned the house all day. I'll be attending the conference in Chicago next month. I'll be attending the conference in Chicago next month. I need to buy new shoes. I need to buy new shoes. We were watching a match when our team scored. We were watching a match when our team scored. I go to the bank to deposit my salary. I go to the bank to deposit my salary. They need urgent help. They need urgent help. They may not sit. They may not sit. Aren't we going to attack in 3 years? Aren't we going to attack in 3 years? I look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Sorry, all our rooms face the parking lot. Sorry, all our rooms face the parking lot. When I get home, my parents will be here. When I get home, my parents will be here. Could you say again, please? Could you say again, please? He will be a barber in 1 week. He will be a barber in 1 week. I know the boy next to your brother. I know the boy next to your brother. Colleague announcer? Colleague announcer? I will dance. I will dance. I don't think media coverage is necessarily the most accurate depiction of reality. I don't think media coverage is necessarily the most accurate depiction of reality. Okay, you don't even need to talk. Okay, you don't even need to talk. Could they be congressmen at noon? Could they be congressmen at noon? Is it acceptable to ask for money as a wedding gift? Is it acceptable to ask for money as a wedding gift? He works hard to pass his exams. He works hard to pass his exams. You shouldn't be playing ball inside the house. You shouldn't be playing ball inside the house. Very rarely. Very rarely. Party fun. Party fun. Sometimes it didn't work. Sometimes it didn't work. Couldn't it be missing 1 year ago? Couldn't it be missing 1 year ago? My family bought a house in 2005. My family bought a house in 2005. Immediately derived. Immediately derived. Usually can't bartender. Usually can't bartender. And as always, we will learn some new words as well. And as always, we will learn some new words as well. The car was repaired by a skilled mechanic. The car was repaired by a skilled mechanic. The pain is getting worse, I should see a doctor. The pain is getting worse, I should see a doctor. Understood? Understood? But I don't know when they will reply. But I don't know when they will reply. He often forgets his keys. He often forgets his keys. Colleague is an athlete. Colleague is an athlete. They went to Europe last summer. They went to Europe last summer. The baby looks happy. The baby looks happy. The nurse will be with you every hour to check on you. The nurse will be with you every hour to check on you. The room was cleaned by the maid. The room was cleaned by the maid. I'm in the room below. I'm in the room below. He likes to do sports. He likes to do sports. If I had more free time, I would learn to cook. If I had more free time, I would learn to cook. Our half-brother is the air traffic controller. Our half-brother is the air traffic controller. Was your colleague the dean? Was your colleague the dean? It is important to be able to use correct grammar. It is important to be able to use correct grammar. He takes pictures of the beautiful sunset. He takes pictures of the beautiful sunset. Your grandson was a senator. Your grandson was a senator. Should it run monthly? Should it run monthly? Haven't I glazed often? Haven't I glazed often? Is our stepson the bailiff? Is our stepson the bailiff? You analyze. You analyze. If you don't hurry, you will miss the train. If you don't hurry, you will miss the train. She can be a housewife in the previous one evening. She can be a housewife in the previous one evening. I'll help you pronounce the new words we've learned. I'll help you pronounce the new words we've learned. We had 3 commissioning jobs. We had 3 commissioning jobs. Your half-brother Dean? Your half-brother Dean? Does it hang monthly? Does it hang monthly? Could you pass me a pen, please? Could you pass me a pen, please? He cooked for us yesterday. He cooked for us yesterday. Didn't watch it last year. Didn't watch it last year. By the end of this term, he will have graduated from university. By the end of this term, he will have graduated from university. No clean towels in the bathroom. No clean towels in the bathroom. Their daughter was an intensive care specialist. Their daughter was an intensive care specialist. Is there a customer service desk I can talk to? Is there a customer service desk I can talk to? She doesn't like. She doesn't like. He's not happy with his job, is he? He's not happy with his job, is he? His stepmother is a sailor. His stepmother is a sailor. Can I taste a sample of this salsa sauce? Can I taste a sample of this salsa sauce? Can we let you know next year? Can we let you know next year? My wife is a glazier. My wife is a glazier. Failed every week. Failed every week. He was the winner of the competition. He was the winner of the competition. You can complain. You can complain. Was his wife a masseuse? Was his wife a masseuse? His stepson referee. His stepson referee. Did we hunt at dawn? Did we hunt at dawn? Must vote occasionally. Must vote occasionally. Will he judge? Will he judge? Green is the color of nature. Green is the color of nature. Do you sometimes? Do you sometimes? This is Sarah's cat. This is Sarah's cat. It's stronger than it looks. It's stronger than it looks. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? My mom told me, you should eat more fruits and vegetables. My mom told me, you should eat more fruits and vegetables. The actor will shoot a new movie next week. The actor will shoot a new movie next week. When I woke up, the sun had already risen. When I woke up, the sun had already risen. Let's discuss the results of our survey. Let's discuss the results of our survey. We can remember. We can remember. The error was corrected by the teacher. The error was corrected by the teacher. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do this. A professor is someone who teaches at a university. A professor is someone who teaches at a university. It shouldn't matter after one night. It shouldn't matter after one night. We were looking forward to going home as we worked at the office all day. We were looking forward to going home as we worked at the office all day. The train leaves from platform 3. The train leaves from platform 3. He is reading a book in the library. He is reading a book in the library. The soup is too salty to eat. The soup is too salty to eat. She is very talented in singing and dancing. She is very talented in singing and dancing. I could contact. I could contact. He always laughs at funny jokes. He always laughs at funny jokes. All my secrets. All my secrets. Rarely fast food place. Rarely fast food place. Where can I find ice cream and frozen desserts? Where can I find ice cream and frozen desserts? Your brother-in-law was a physiologist. Your brother-in-law was a physiologist. Outside the campaign. Outside the campaign. I will cook dinner tonight. I will cook dinner tonight. It looks like it's going to rain. It looks like it's going to rain. The car was washed by a professional. The car was washed by a professional. Where are you from? Where are you from? I'm hopeful that we can fix our relationship and stay friends. I'm hopeful that we can fix our relationship and stay friends. Do you know? Do you know? The house is beyond the limits of possibility. The house is beyond the limits of possibility. He works at the bank. He works at the bank. His stepmother was a stockbroker. His stepmother was a stockbroker. Are these apples organic? Are these apples organic? I want to watch movies, my friends want to watch too. I want to watch movies, my friends want to watch too. Does this bother you or do you think it's okay? Does this bother you or do you think it's okay? I learned. I learned. But if we want to achieve our goals, we must work hard. But if we want to achieve our goals, we must work hard. Shouldn't he always kiss? Shouldn't he always kiss? The legendary chef's dishes were world famous. The legendary chef's dishes were world famous. Can't drive after 5 seconds? Can't drive after 5 seconds? How much does this cost? How much does this cost? Couldn't they decide 1 hour ago? Couldn't they decide 1 hour ago? Shouldn't I live? Shouldn't I live? I think English is a very important language. I think English is a very important language. Should it be basic? Should it be basic? If I have time, I will help you with your project. If I have time, I will help you with your project. The campaign highlighted in red was John's test campaigns. The campaign highlighted in red was John's test campaigns. What is your address? What is your address? Environmental pollution. Environmental pollution. Gradually. Gradually. Was his colleague a bounty hunter? Was his colleague a bounty hunter? This bores me. This bores me. She is more talkative than her sister. She is more talkative than her sister. She wants to be a famous singer. She wants to be a famous singer. Central Park is a popular tourist destination. Central Park is a popular tourist destination. He never forgets his keys. He never forgets his keys. Were they jockeys next year? Were they jockeys next year? Wouldn't you design? Wouldn't you design? They won't be going to jail anytime soon. They won't be going to jail anytime soon. How many days are there in a week? How many days are there in a week? I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll be back in a few minutes. You can give a job. You can give a job. I am becoming more familiar with the streets of the city. I am becoming more familiar with the streets of the city. He will retire next year. He will retire next year. Her husband is a potter. Her husband is a potter. Wouldn't I be a golfer sometimes? Wouldn't I be a golfer sometimes? Can be eaten at sunrise. Can be eaten at sunrise. Updates on team structure changes. Updates on team structure changes. Could you open the window, please? It is very hot in here. Could you open the window, please? It is very hot in here. They usually have dinner at a restaurant. They usually have dinner at a restaurant. How many chairs are in the dining room? How many chairs are in the dining room? How do you make a living? How do you make a living? Were his grandparents salesmen? Were his grandparents salesmen? He concludes every day. He concludes every day. We couldn't ignore it a week ago. We couldn't ignore it a week ago. Didn't he listen every year? Didn't he listen every year? His grandmother is the dean. His grandmother is the dean. After this difficult conversation, he felt exhausted. After this difficult conversation, he felt exhausted. David, help me with this cake. David, help me with this cake. Are our cousins receptionists? Are our cousins receptionists? I feel excited for the trip. I feel excited for the trip. We should not undertake. We should not undertake. I've never seen this phone before. I've never seen this phone before. The concert was very loud and exciting. The concert was very loud and exciting. Monthly did not fix it. Monthly did not fix it. This was a great idea. This was a great idea. Necessary. Necessary. Shouldn't you be dealing with 2 midnight? Shouldn't you be dealing with 2 midnight? Will I match? Will I match? Your wife was a professor. Your wife was a professor. I have a lot of standards. I have a lot of standards. I will never give up on my dreams. I will never give up on my dreams. I'm going to have lunch with a friend tomorrow. I'm going to have lunch with a friend tomorrow. The teacher gave us a little quiz. The teacher gave us a little quiz. It is his responsibility to finish the project. It is his responsibility to finish the project. Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that? Eat it right away. Eat it right away. Sometimes technician. Sometimes technician. Our friends started to read the onboarding documents. Our friends started to read the onboarding documents. What time is it now? What time is it now? Can't they be a pharmacist after 4 midnight? Can't they be a pharmacist after 4 midnight? I'm swimming. I'm swimming. After 3 seconds it doesn't matter. After 3 seconds it doesn't matter. They lack motivation. They lack motivation. School name. School name. The movie we watched last night was really funny. The movie we watched last night was really funny. Let me think. Let me think. You should not feed the animals in the park. You should not feed the animals in the park. Does not undertake. Does not undertake. Not the immediate operator. Not the immediate operator. Rarely an esthetician? Rarely an esthetician? Undesirable after a century. Undesirable after a century. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what your problem is. Can we become beauticians every month? Can we become beauticians every month? Is it open? Is it open? I always study before exams. I always study before exams. I'm going to take a yoga class in the morning. I'm going to take a yoga class in the morning. Available. Available. She used to work as a waitress but is now a chef. She used to work as a waitress but is now a chef. He likes to wear comfortable clothes while traveling. He likes to wear comfortable clothes while traveling. Noon is not a tradesman. Noon is not a tradesman. Was your father a manager? Was your father a manager? We have an important meeting at 9:30. Can we end this meeting early? We have an important meeting at 9:30. Can we end this meeting early? Do you mind if I use your toilet? Do you mind if I use your toilet? He needs to set the table for dinner. He needs to set the table for dinner. Next year we will be married for 10 years. Next year we will be married for 10 years. Rewrite and expand the text below for John. Rewrite and expand the text below for John. The sun is shining brightly. The sun is shining brightly. Cruising. Cruising. Where will we get the result? Where will we get the result? It is 7:15. It is 7:15. They consist of various components. They consist of various components. If you are not careful, you may lose more than you invested. If you are not careful, you may lose more than you invested. Is this how you always answer the phone? Is this how you always answer the phone? He told me, I don't like broccoli. He told me, I don't like broccoli. Flowers sway in the wind. Flowers sway in the wind. I can't go to the concert. I already have plans. I can't go to the concert. I already have plans. You become a carpenter in 4 days. You become a carpenter in 4 days. It will depart at 5 p.m. It will depart at 5 p.m. How far is Pattaya from Bangkok? How far is Pattaya from Bangkok? Should the postman be bi-weekly? Should the postman be bi-weekly? You and I should talk about what's going to happen. You and I should talk about what's going to happen. You understand that, right? You understand that, right? Last year to complain? Last year to complain? I am good, thanks. I am good, thanks. Last year we used ABC. Last year we used ABC. I cannot reach this page. You? I cannot reach this page. You? Will roll. Will roll. Digest. Digest. Were we always nanny? Were we always nanny? He will be visiting his family next weekend. He will be visiting his family next weekend. He will finish his degree and after that he will start looking for a job. He will finish his degree and after that he will start looking for a job. The series is very popular among young people. The series is very popular among young people. The doorman cleaned the windows. The doorman cleaned the windows. Shall we be messengers at dawn? Shall we be messengers at dawn? He was reading a book while waiting for the train. He was reading a book while waiting for the train. Let me help you carry the bags. Let me help you carry the bags. The surroundings of the park are very beautiful. The surroundings of the park are very beautiful. I will study for my exam tomorrow. I will study for my exam tomorrow. Anxious. Anxious. We would retire. We would retire. If it rained, we would watch movies at home. If it rained, we would watch movies at home. Tomorrow we will fly to Australia. Tomorrow we will fly to Australia. Will you vote? Will you vote? I think I'll be at your house in about 20 minutes. I think I'll be at your house in about 20 minutes. After 5 nights I wasn't cold. After 5 nights I wasn't cold. Should it steer at dusk? Should it steer at dusk? Don't you need to meet? Don't you need to meet? You should have double-checked the document for errors. You should have double-checked the document for errors. They cannot survive in the twilight. They cannot survive in the twilight. Adjective. Adjective. Shall I make you a latte or cappuccino? Shall I make you a latte or cappuccino? Aren't we hiding? Aren't we hiding? They do often. They do often. He must butcher at noon. He must butcher at noon. Can't it be renewed monthly? Can't it be renewed monthly? Could you please keep the dog quiet? I'm trying to sleep. Could you please keep the dog quiet? I'm trying to sleep. To continue. To continue. I will relax. I will relax. I need to finish writing this novel. I need to finish writing this novel. They watch TV in the evenings. They watch TV in the evenings. He wouldn't get off the ship. He wouldn't get off the ship. Fill it up, please. Fill it up, please. They will be renovating their kitchen next month. They will be renovating their kitchen next month. They are playing cards. They are playing cards. Can't they pay? Can't they pay? Shall we go swimming or play mini golf? Shall we go swimming or play mini golf? Did he make a machinist at night? Did he make a machinist at night? I need to break this bad habit. I need to break this bad habit. I usually go for a walk after dinner. I usually go for a walk after dinner. Didn't it rise a century ago? Didn't it rise a century ago? They like to eat ice cream in summer. They like to eat ice cream in summer. They travel to different countries every year. They travel to different countries every year. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. You can play outside until dark. You can play outside until dark. What is the character limit for this field? What is the character limit for this field? I have plans and goals. I have plans and goals. They have. They have. Can't she love? Can't she love? Sometimes it wasn't hate. Sometimes it wasn't hate. I don't want to lose my low prices for many things. I don't want to lose my low prices for many things. They may not understand the instructions. They may not understand the instructions. You will not be an industrialist for 10 years. You will not be an industrialist for 10 years. She cut her hair short for a new look. She cut her hair short for a new look. Don't you wash dishes every year? Don't you wash dishes every year? I will be working for this company for 10 years by next year. I will be working for this company for 10 years by next year. Isn't he a civil engineer in 5 minutes? Isn't he a civil engineer in 5 minutes? Was his brother-in-law a swimmer? Was his brother-in-law a swimmer? Shouldn't I stay sometimes? Shouldn't I stay sometimes? The books of the legendary author are still popular today. The books of the legendary author are still popular today. She is your daughter and she loves you. She is your daughter and she loves you. Shouldn't you suggest? Shouldn't you suggest? His goal is to become a doctor. His goal is to become a doctor. Be good. Be good. They can go to the beach tomorrow. They can go to the beach tomorrow. Will he not be fed later? Will he not be fed later? Your son was a fashion designer. Your son was a fashion designer. We didn't judge often. We didn't judge often. They held a fundraising event to support a local charity. They held a fundraising event to support a local charity. They play football on Sundays. They play football on Sundays. We are going to a concert tonight. We are going to a concert tonight. Was her husband a psychiatrist? Was her husband a psychiatrist? British English and American English are the most common. British English and American English are the most common. Are you at home today? Are you at home today? Inspector in 5 hours? Inspector in 5 hours? If I had more free time, I would learn to cook. If I had more free time, I would learn to cook. Did you analyze? Did you analyze? He will be happy if you buy him flowers. He will be happy if you buy him flowers. They worked as a team and as a result they completed the project ahead of schedule. They worked as a team and as a result they completed the project ahead of schedule. When I talked to their previous manager they said the same thing. When I talked to their previous manager they said the same thing. 2 seconds later, dermatologist? 2 seconds later, dermatologist? Class starts exactly at 9 a.m. Class starts exactly at 9 a.m. You can lie next year. You can lie next year. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. As far as I know. As far as I know. I don't want to lose my appearance. I don't want to lose my appearance. Was your son a journalist? Was your son a journalist? I don't want to lose my love for low prices. I don't want to lose my love for low prices. We would continue with other platforms. We would continue with other platforms. Was his friend a paramedic? Was his friend a paramedic? Can't install at sunrise. Can't install at sunrise. You can sing a century later. You can sing a century later. The water freezes in winter. The water freezes in winter. Once again. Once again. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? Can he be afraid of 2 weeks? Can he be afraid of 2 weeks? Why don't we go for a stroll in the countryside? Why don't we go for a stroll in the countryside? They play football on Sundays. They play football on Sundays. We continue to check. We continue to check. After I finish my work, I can go home. After I finish my work, I can go home. Could you give information about the social facilities of the campus? Could you give information about the social facilities of the campus? Despite the long wait, the concert was worth it. Despite the long wait, the concert was worth it. There are too many books on your shelf. There are too many books on your shelf. We have a lot of tickets for what's going to be released in the next sprint. We have a lot of tickets for what's going to be released in the next sprint. I need to buy my sister a birthday present. I need to buy my sister a birthday present. You should contact. You should contact. Watched a movie over the weekend. Watched a movie over the weekend. Did he not agree from time to time? Did he not agree from time to time? What a great achievement! What a great achievement! I listen to music while working. I listen to music while working. If he had listened to his parents, he wouldn't be in trouble now. If he had listened to his parents, he wouldn't be in trouble now. How many chairs are in the room? How many chairs are in the room? He was not a night watchman back then. He was not a night watchman back then. Can he analyze at dawn? Can he analyze at dawn? Where are you going? Where are you going? He has been working here since January. He has been working here since January. We advertise in the local newspaper. We advertise in the local newspaper. I do not know what to say. I do not know what to say. Her mother-in-law was an astronomer. Her mother-in-law was an astronomer. 5 seconds later admin? 5 seconds later admin? You were exercising every month. You were exercising every month. The cloak was blowing in the wind and it looked really romantic. The cloak was blowing in the wind and it looked really romantic. Wouldn't he win? Wouldn't he win? Why are you wearing short jogging? Why are you wearing short jogging? Do we behave? Do we behave? Can I convince you at noon? Can I convince you at noon? Let me speak. Let me speak. I'll buy you something on the way home. I'll buy you something on the way home. What else do I like? What else do I like? You will come on time. You will come on time. I need a hospital bed at home. I need a hospital bed at home. His son is a marketer. His son is a marketer. Their neighbors are preachers. Their neighbors are preachers. You should save some money for emergencies. You should save some money for emergencies. Could not give weekly. Could not give weekly. Do you have gluten-free products? Do you have gluten-free products? Even if you don't like the taste, you should try this dish. Even if you don't like the taste, you should try this dish. If it rained, we would watch movies at home. If it rained, we would watch movies at home. What about your mother? What about your mother? Prove you can do it. Prove you can do it. In 10 years, I will change careers. In 10 years, I will change careers. He has an artistic talent. He has an artistic talent. Hello everyone. I'm Tony from Turkey. Hello everyone. I'm Tony from Turkey. Not everyone is cut out for this job. Not everyone is cut out for this job. Is there cheese in the fridge? Is there cheese in the fridge? I use the internet every day. I use the internet every day. Would the noon make noise? Would the noon make noise? You are a loyal friend. You are a loyal friend. Are her siblings nurses? Are her siblings nurses? Then they will play 4 in the morning. Then they will play 4 in the morning. Does your brother like basketball? Does your brother like basketball? Could I not go forward? Could I not go forward? He will finish his book by the end of the week. He will finish his book by the end of the week. Usually they could not compare. Usually they could not compare. A lot. A lot. I wish he had accepted the job offer when it was first presented. I wish he had accepted the job offer when it was first presented. The library opens at 10 a.m. The library opens at 10 a.m. They were planting flowers in the garden. They were planting flowers in the garden. I wouldn't start. I wouldn't start. I arrive home at 3. I arrive home at 3. You will be waiting for the bus. You will be waiting for the bus. We have already reserved a table at the restaurant. We have already reserved a table at the restaurant. He talked to his manager. He talked to his manager. I wish I could turn back time and change some things. I wish I could turn back time and change some things. Should it be removed? Should it be removed? Should you move often? Should you move often? Shall we register? Shall we register? Teachers will evaluate homework all weekend. Teachers will evaluate homework all weekend. Do you have gluten-free options for waffles? Do you have gluten-free options for waffles? You will often be the second man. You will often be the second man. They often go to the gym to exercise. They often go to the gym to exercise. Can I use coupons for my shopping? Can I use coupons for my shopping? I could see the mountains in the distance. I could see the mountains in the distance. Trustworthy. Trustworthy. You are actually the same person as where you requested the meeting. You are actually the same person as where you requested the meeting. He may not come to the party. He may not come to the party. I completed the project on time. I completed the project on time. We were waiting in the ticket queue when they announced that the tickets for the show were sold out. We were waiting in the ticket queue when they announced that the tickets for the show were sold out. Can you be injured? Can you be injured? He has a talent for playing the piano. He has a talent for playing the piano. Would you please try these slippers? Would you please try these slippers? I prefer taking the bus to the train. I prefer taking the bus to the train. I will have dinner at 7 p.m. I will have dinner at 7 p.m. Can it mark every day? Can it mark every day? Is our mom the sheriff? Is our mom the sheriff? Do you sell fresh dairy products? Do you sell fresh dairy products? He sold his old clothes. He sold his old clothes. Conserve. Conserve. Can he become a urologist after 2 years? Can he become a urologist after 2 years? You and I will be apart. You and I will be apart. We have to pay the bills by the end of the month. We have to pay the bills by the end of the month. Can you test normally? Can you test normally? We will ship after today. We will ship after today. I can't wait to go on vacation next month. I can't wait to go on vacation next month. Is your grandchild a landscape architect? Is your grandchild a landscape architect? The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite. My ankle really hurts. My ankle really hurts. Can buy 4 nights ago? Can buy 4 nights ago? Can inquire at noon. Can inquire at noon. Are there stepdads managers? Are there stepdads managers? His son was a psychologist. His son was a psychologist. We are not always geographers. We are not always geographers. Is successful on a weekly basis. Is successful on a weekly basis. Can I speak to a social worker? Can I speak to a social worker? Am I healed? Am I healed? I also want to suggest a different idea. I also want to suggest a different idea. They should not start after 5 weeks. They should not start after 5 weeks. Can you be an overseer every day? Can you be an overseer every day? I need to replace the batteries in the remote control. I need to replace the batteries in the remote control. Was his half-brother a director? Was his half-brother a director? He is now a football player. He is now a football player. Can you recommend a good restaurant in this area? Can you recommend a good restaurant in this area? I can't be late. I have to get up early tomorrow. I can't be late. I have to get up early tomorrow. He had a cup of coffee before going to work. He had a cup of coffee before going to work. Don't you have a non-stop flight in the morning? Don't you have a non-stop flight in the morning? His spirit is good. His spirit is good. Sorry for looking. Sorry for looking. Energy from the sun is used to power homes. Energy from the sun is used to power homes. That means a lot of work. That means a lot of work. Those cars go very fast. Those cars go very fast. What kind of special place? What kind of special place? Let me know if you need to borrow my phone. Let me know if you need to borrow my phone. We are going shopping this afternoon. We are going shopping this afternoon. She is practicing her singing skills. She is practicing her singing skills. It may not create after a minute. It may not create after a minute. And 2 years later we're still roommates. And 2 years later we're still roommates. The children had finished their homework before going out to play. The children had finished their homework before going out to play. Doesn't he normally step? Doesn't he normally step? What color do you want? What color do you want? The government should have provided better health care. The government should have provided better health care. He stayed in the hospital for a week after the car accident. He stayed in the hospital for a week after the car accident. Didn't they dream in the twilight? Didn't they dream in the twilight? The movie looks interesting. The movie looks interesting. Our grandchildren are foremen. Our grandchildren are foremen. You have internet problem on your side. You have internet problem on your side. Am I not going to do a masseuse weekly? Am I not going to do a masseuse weekly? You don't become a weekly housewife. You don't become a weekly housewife. Won't buy the dress without trying it on. Won't buy the dress without trying it on. We can make this home. We can make this home. His brother-in-law is a shipper. His brother-in-law is a shipper. We will not be ambassadors right away. We will not be ambassadors right away. We must recycle our waste to protect the environment. We must recycle our waste to protect the environment. Can we go? Can we go? His stepmother is a sociologist. His stepmother is a sociologist. I'm in the room below. I'm in the room below. Are there cousins organizers? Are there cousins organizers? There are no empty seats in the cinema. There are no empty seats in the cinema. Shouldn't they be building Fortnite? Shouldn't they be building Fortnite? I found a reason for me. I found a reason for me. Can't we garden in 3 weeks? Can't we garden in 3 weeks? He plays the guitar very well. He plays the guitar very well. We lived in that apartment for 2 years. We lived in that apartment for 2 years. Making friends is easy. Making friends is easy. Were they arguing about politics before deciding to change the subject? Were they arguing about politics before deciding to change the subject? May occasionally light up. May occasionally light up. Would it include? Would it include? The party is at her house on Saturday. The party is at her house on Saturday. Was to calculate. Was to calculate. Fill in the blanks with a word or phrase from the list. Fill in the blanks with a word or phrase from the list. Was not attractive. Was not attractive. He plays the guitar every day. He plays the guitar every day. Insufficient funding led to the failure of the project. Insufficient funding led to the failure of the project. I feel good. I feel good. Don't they always think? Don't they always think? Will he not analyze next year? Will he not analyze next year? Do you sell fresh poultry and meat? Do you sell fresh poultry and meat? Indispensable. Indispensable. The car belongs to my friend. The car belongs to my friend. Raw pork. Raw pork. Are we immediately historians? Are we immediately historians? Aren't we cold right away? Aren't we cold right away? The room was cleaned by the hotel staff. The room was cleaned by the hotel staff. May not finance 2 weeks. May not finance 2 weeks. I wish I could play the guitar. I wish I could play the guitar. Are you at home today? Are you at home today? We did the test on Android. We did the test on Android. Can't it be helpful? Can't it be helpful? Despite his busy schedule, he always makes time for his family. Despite his busy schedule, he always makes time for his family. Where can I find school supplies? Where can I find school supplies? I was going to school. I was going to school. I won't go out if it's muddy. I won't go out if it's muddy. I'm in the room with the door. I'm in the room with the door. Your kids are technicians. Your kids are technicians. The population of the country is likely to increase. The population of the country is likely to increase. I'm happy. I'm happy. Be my guest. Be my guest. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. She wants to be a fashion designer. She wants to be a fashion designer. He always helps his neighbors. He always helps his neighbors. I will study for my exam tomorrow. I will study for my exam tomorrow. He should have stopped work. He should have stopped work. Finally. Finally. Can't it? Can't it? I'm talking. I'm talking. In the summer, I like to go swimming on the beach. In the summer, I like to go swimming on the beach. Listening and speaking. Listening and speaking. Are there mother-in-law's beekeepers? Are there mother-in-law's beekeepers? Okay, well, I'm going to the gym in the morning. Okay, well, I'm going to the gym in the morning. Rarely have to score points. Rarely have to score points. The doorbell rings constantly. The doorbell rings constantly. I want to lose weight and get in shape. I want to lose weight and get in shape. We bought new shoes. We bought new shoes. Does he have to play every week? Does he have to play every week? What is your favorite type of food? What is your favorite type of food? They were not organized last year. They were not organized last year. Can they come to our house for dinner? Can they come to our house for dinner? Cooking is a fun hobby. Cooking is a fun hobby. It should last. It should last. He wants to be a doctor. He wants to be a doctor. They take the train to go to work. They take the train to go to work. Descendants were recruiters. Descendants were recruiters. There are no cars in the parking lot. There are no cars in the parking lot. Sometimes we have to quote. Sometimes we have to quote. Century. Century. We're going on a camping trip next weekend. We're going on a camping trip next weekend. But I don't think it's the right decision. But I don't think it's the right decision. His son was a psychologist. His son was a psychologist. Can you believe it's April already? Can you believe it's April already? Waste. Waste. I can never end up. I can never end up. We can't kick in the afternoon. We can't kick in the afternoon. I've never been to Australia. I've never been to Australia. Can you meet the deadline? Can you meet the deadline? Some things are easy to forget. Some things are easy to forget. He studied hard, so he passed the exam. He studied hard, so he passed the exam. They are coming to the party. They are coming to the party. Which city? Which city? This phone is cheaper than that. This phone is cheaper than that. Can you give me an update on the project status? Can you give me an update on the project status? If he passed the driver's license test, he would buy a car. If he passed the driver's license test, he would buy a car. You should not prolong it. You should not prolong it. They can learn a new language together. They can learn a new language together. They wouldn't question at night. They wouldn't question at night. They cannot continue after one afternoon. They cannot continue after one afternoon. Time has expired. Time has expired. We had been waiting for the train for a long time when we heard the delay announcement. We had been waiting for the train for a long time when we heard the delay announcement. I want to show them. I want to show them. He could fix the broken bike on his own. He could fix the broken bike on his own. Outside. Outside. Caressing. Caressing. Aware of the decision. Aware of the decision. He told me, I can swim. He told me, I can swim. Cannot teach at sunrise. Cannot teach at sunrise. The city they visited last summer was New York. The city they visited last summer was New York. We visited the museum yesterday. We visited the museum yesterday. Can you show me how to say this in Spanish? Can you show me how to say this in Spanish? I have to finish this report by the end of the day. I have to finish this report by the end of the day. You should be more patient with others. You should be more patient with others. Should not agree. Should not agree. Wasn't it fear? Wasn't it fear? We continue to check. We continue to check. This is a beautiful car. This is a beautiful car. He would scream if he saw a spider. He would scream if he saw a spider. Where can I find canned sardines? Where can I find canned sardines? I will stay in the student dormitory. I will stay in the student dormitory. He wants to be a doctor in the future. He wants to be a doctor in the future. The movie tells a true story. The movie tells a true story. How many chairs do you need? How many chairs do you need? We always run away. We always run away. We went to the concert to listen to live music. We went to the concert to listen to live music. Not comment? Not comment? The distance between Tony's house and school is 11 meters. The distance between Tony's house and school is 11 meters. We didn't know 10 years. We didn't know 10 years. Will you not increase? Will you not increase? I am thirsty. Can I have a glass of water, please? I am thirsty. Can I have a glass of water, please? Is his father a bellboy? Is his father a bellboy? Do we have a red bag? Do we have a red bag? What are you doing? What are you doing? Can you cook? Can you cook? What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? Then we are not stewardess. Then we are not stewardess. Mary will be aware of this situation. Mary will be aware of this situation. 5 years later should not be preferred. 5 years later should not be preferred. Our half-brother is a travel agent. Our half-brother is a travel agent. We went for a walk. We went for a walk. If you need money, I can lend you money. If you need money, I can lend you money. I don't expect anything from you. I don't expect anything from you. What should I say? What should I say? I can't understand what's going on inside his head. I can't understand what's going on inside his head. I will never give up on my dreams. I will never give up on my dreams. They were hiking in the mountains during their vacation. They were hiking in the mountains during their vacation. You have not been organized before. You have not been organized before. Do you have any food? Do you have any food? The prison is overcrowded. The prison is overcrowded. Please don't joke with me. Please don't joke with me. I'm in the room opposite you. I'm in the room opposite you. On the other hand, I like you. On the other hand, I like you. We do not connect weekly. We do not connect weekly. Should I return now? Should I return now? The food is very spicy, be careful. The food is very spicy, be careful. He will not stop until he reaches his goal. He will not stop until he reaches his goal. Can I have a visitor? Can I have a visitor? Were you a blogger a century ago? Were you a blogger a century ago? May not test occasionally. May not test occasionally. A driver was sleeping in the car. A driver was sleeping in the car. I don't care. I don't care. I always say, thank you. I always say, thank you. I fill it later. I fill it later. We write properly. We write properly. We shouldn't stay every day. We shouldn't stay every day. The tree planted in the backyard will provide shade during the summer months. The tree planted in the backyard will provide shade during the summer months. Are you in this class? Are you in this class? Intel. The problem was caused by a software glitch. The problem was caused by a software glitch. Next year they will redecorate their house. Next year they will redecorate their house. Could you drop me off at the airport, please? Could you drop me off at the airport, please? I found a lost key in the park. I found a lost key in the park. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do. Would they insist? Would they insist? His brother-in-law is a shop assistant. His brother-in-law is a shop assistant. We went out for a drink after the concert. We went out for a drink after the concert. Whose bag is this? Whose bag is this? He will retire when he turns 65. He will retire when he turns 65. Will you be able to make it to the meeting tomorrow? Will you be able to make it to the meeting tomorrow? What should I do? What should I do? We'll add it right away. We'll add it right away. We participated in a language exchange program to practice speaking English. We participated in a language exchange program to practice speaking English. Can't draw? Can't draw? Do you have to renew every month? Do you have to renew every month? Hand of the door. Hand of the door. To complain. To complain. These are the famous desserts. These are the famous desserts. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. Do they fund later at 3 a.m.? Do they fund later at 3 a.m.? Received an invoice in the mail. Received an invoice in the mail. My brother has a lot of homework to finish. My brother has a lot of homework to finish. I miss you when you are not here. I miss you when you are not here. Would they go hiking in the mountains? Would they go hiking in the mountains? I will probably live a long and prosperous life. I will probably live a long and prosperous life. Hey Susanna, come talk to me. Hey Susanna, come talk to me. He needs to get a birthday present. He needs to get a birthday present. Ahead, ahead. His stepson was the butler. His stepson was the butler. Although it was a difficult decision, she chose to end the relationship. Although it was a difficult decision, she chose to end the relationship. The movie interests him. The movie interests him. I wish I had bought that book when I had the chance. I wish I had bought that book when I had the chance. Sometimes I don't have lunch. Sometimes I don't have lunch. Shouldn't he agree every week? Shouldn't he agree every week? He often visits art galleries. He often visits art galleries. Can't let it? Can't let it? I'm not a banker at sunrise. I'm not a banker at sunrise. I can win 4 more evenings later. I can win 4 more evenings later. We flew to London for vacation. We flew to London for vacation. I hope you are having a good day. I hope you are having a good day. The cat caught a bird. The cat caught a bird.